2015 Chevy Silverado. We'll take some runout measurements on this. The vibration at highway speed and multiple road force balances aren't fixing it, and I have concerns about runout being out of specification for the drive shaft. It's already been zeroed out. Take your first measurement. Slowly rotating it and letting go. Just past the low spot again. Approaching the high spot. Should be right around there. It's the front measurement. Looks like it's right at 20. Second measurement back. Low spot appears to be identified. Rotate it and see if we can find the high spot. So it's right around there. So that's at 15. A little bit further than halfway back to your third measurement. The low spot's been identified. We'll rotate it here and see how far off the high spots are. So when you rotate it, let go of everything. Don't put pressure on the vehicle so it doesn't disturb the readings. Better. It's reading about 9 there. That's the lowest of all the locations so far. All right, fourth measurement, a little bit forward about 14 inches or so forward from the pinion yoke. Low spot's been identified and zeroed out, and see what we get. Looks like it's right back there. Looks like it may have been 13. Make sure. Well, it's not quite zero. Maybe right around 13 for this one. We'll have one more. Okay, this is the fifth and final location. Low spot appears to be marked, the best I could find it. It's interesting is it being the other low spots, the line follow all the way down the tube actually from the front. The low spot on this one is a little bit offset compared to the other markings. Verify that. We'll rotate it. See what we get. Just a low spot again. Looks like it's going to be somewhere right around 20. Maybe I'll do 21. Yeah, no. Go back a little this way. Looks like it's going to be 21 right there. What's interesting, especially with this one, is how close the high spot, which is 20, and the low spot, which is the 0 mark, is from each other. It's not on the opposite side of the shaft. The low spot, which is near the weight, and then almost adjacent. It's definitely not. It's more like a quarter of a rotation rather than half is the high spot. It looks like at 21 is where that one is going to be. It's just a little interesting observation. With that, I'll mark that, and then I'll point out a few concerns with the drive shaft. There's a few nicks in it that appear to be kind of unfortunate. I've gone over some of these. There have been some issues in the past with some of the drive shafts having damage to them. Before I started this, I wiped it down really good with some lacquer thinner, brake cleaner type solvent, just to make sure there wasn't any tar on it. The measuring device that I used had the cutoff end, the plastic end of a Bic pen that had been glued to it so that it didn't mar any of the surface on this, yet it was very solid for measurements. But you can see there's spots on this where the runout had been measured previously, but they're fresh because the other lines in the grain of the aluminum, they don't go through it. And even some of these scratches were cut into with it. So I can't help but wonder if at one point this truck, 2015 Silverado, actually had a nice drive shaft in it, and this one wasn't put in as a sample at the dealer trying to diagnose the different vehicles simply because of the rotational marks, but these marks actually cut through some of the scratches that follow the body of the drive shaft all the way. You can see this right here, these nicks. There's a few of them around the surface of the shaft, but there's definitely been some impact. And overall, I mean, the appearance of it appears pretty rough, and I've never had it out of the vehicle, and it has some obvious blemishes in it. I can't help but wonder if it wasn't on a different vehicle at a different time. You can see some more of the circular marks, and they actually go through all the lines that go through it. Here's another one that's pretty rough, almost like these things were laid down on the ground and kicked around or something. Here's another line that runs up and down, follows the circumference of the shaft. Can't help but wonder if there needs to be imbalanced. I'll have to contact General Motors and see what they can do for it. It's a 5-inch aluminum drive shaft. Don't know the thickness of it. I'll get the part number here in a second. See all the high and low spots. I've contacted some regional and some of the more popular online drive shaft specialists, and some of them knew about this. Some of them have been doing some balancing work for different dealerships, which I guess would be ideal, or simply have a custom one made. But then you have some concerns with the hanging on to the original in case there's any warranty concerns or any, not that precision built specialty drive shaft would absolutely have better tolerances and be better balanced than this. The shops that I contacted won't allow anything to leave their shop that's off by more than 5 thousandths, whereas this one, I don't think there was a single measurement that was 5 thousandths on it. They were all well above that as far as being out of round. The runout on it were all over that, so that's unfortunate, but can't help but wonder how much better it would drive with the precision built thicker drive shaft that may also do a better job of absorbing some of the resonant frequencies in it. Anyways, there's the part number. It's a AAM drive shaft 23147495 is the part number, and you can look it up online. It's shows up in the online GM parts catalogs, and there's many different ones available, so you have to make sure you get the right one for your vehicle. If you do order one, if you're out of warranty, or if, well, supposedly the specification is 5 thousandths according to one of the service bulletins, but I don't know. Maybe they'll just say it's normal, that they're all out of specification, so it's acceptable. Who knows? Anyways, there's the runout measurements. 2015 Chevy Silverado, 4-wheel drive, 5.3, 342 rear end. Thank you.